So let's jump in with some of your oracle cards. I wanted to take a look at what kind of energies and influences this person is under right now, just to get an idea of what's going on in their life right now, what they might be thinking about or working on at this current time. So the first card we have is the third house. So this is the house of communication. This person might be having a lot of thoughts about communicating. Maybe because this is a no contact reading, this could be an indication that they're thinking a lot about reaching out. I want to look at your other two cards before I kind of see what might be on their mind, but they're definitely contemplating communication, maybe the way that they've chosen to communicate in the past. So I actually was just going to take one of these astrological cards, but two came out for you, so we will just see what they are. We have the second house. So we have the third and the second house. Maybe a little bit of, what is the energy? Like a little bit of like using some sort of like method or some kind of sequence about things. So they might be trying to put their thoughts into some sort of logical order when it comes to life in general. Some of the energy that's going to come through here might have to do specifically with this connection, and other parts of the energy is just about what's going on in their life right now. Like this doesn't necessarily have anything to do with the connection, but we'll just see where it and when it ties in. We also have Mercury retrograde. So this is about reinvention. Okay. I'm looking at some of the numbers that are present here, and like on the Mercury card we have the number 51, which adds up to a number 6, and 6s are about stability for me. So this person might be trying to find some form of stability in their life. They might be wanting to move to a place where they feel a little bit more stable. They also may be wanting to reinvent themselves in some way. I think they're working right now, their focus is on bettering themselves in general. And because we have this third house of communication, they might be trying to strengthen some bonds here. They might be trying to strengthen bonds with friends, with family members. They might have this connection on their mind and want to strengthen this bond with you. I think that they're really looking at how they've communicated. They're looking at what they've communicated. So this is giving me kind of that feeling of like things replaying in their head a lot, kind of going over conversations that they may have had with you or other people and thinking about how they want to approach these situations in the future. There's this energy of like something repeating. I feel like this person might be coming to a place in their life where they want to lay down some roots with this second house energy. They might be looking to become more established. So that could be that they're pouring a lot of their time and energy and effort into work right now, into financial matters and into trying to better themselves financially in some way. I think that a lot of things from the past are on this person's mind right now. And for some of you, those past things could be this connection and the connection that you had with this person in the past. I think that they're reviewing a lot. So this could be ways that they felt insecure or ways that they felt they didn't handle situations in the best possible way. They're doing a lot of review. They're revisiting a lot of old ideas, and I think in some ways they're coming to terms with some of their inadequacies, some of the ways that they didn't show up, and some of the ways that they didn't speak up in a way that they can be proud of now, ways that they didn't put their best foot forward. So I feel like their guides are working with them right now to communicate. They're being urged to communicate their feelings and being urged to open up at this time. I will say that this sort of energy right at the beginning of the reading does make me think that this person might be wanting to reach out to you. We are going to look into some more cards and some tarot and get some messages from this person, but the fact that we have this Mercury retrograde energy with communication, it's almost like this person wants to go back in time. They want to say something that they didn't say before, and they want to take responsibility for things that maybe they didn't take responsibility for before. This does feel like they're owning a lot of like their part in this. They're owning what role they had to play in things falling apart. And this really could extend past your connection with them, but I do feel like some of this is directly about the connection that you have with them. They're seeing how they didn't step up in some places. They didn't say the right things. They didn't, in some cases, communicate fully. Like, it wasn't necessarily that they said the wrong thing, but it was that they didn't say enough. And however they chose to communicate, it led to this separation, and it could have led to a lot of things falling apart in their life. So there's this feeling of wanting to go back, review. So they are contemplating some things, and they want to reinvent not only themselves, but the events of the past. I feel like a lot of what's happening for this person right now is that they are learning the same lesson over and over again, and they're starting to know, like they're starting to notice. So if there were certain issues in your connection with this person that came up and they weren't taking responsibility for it, I feel like these issues may have presented themselves in other relationships in their life. Like maybe now they're starting to hear from their brother or their sister or their mother or something that they're having the same issue with them that you were having, or that they're not communicating enough, or they're not communicating fully enough. So they're starting to see that some of these cycles are repetitive, and they're starting to take more responsibility for the ways that they've behaved, because they're seeing themselves repeat the same cycle over and over again. I feel like there's a level of frustration here for them as they're kind of learning this lesson, because they feel like they're learning the same lesson over. They feel like they're hitting the same wall again, and it can be a little bit annoying and tiring to be kind of butting up against that same energy. With the second house energy, there is like, this person might be a Taurus. I feel like as I was saying that, like they're butting up against the same energy, they have a stubborn streak to them. So they might be a Taurus, or they might just have this kind of trait of being kind of firm and stubborn. Like I think it's hard for them to see where they might be wrong, where they might need a different approach. They can be very set in their ways sometimes, but it looks like this is kind of the energy that's around them. So these are the things that they might be working on right now, and kind of like the things they're being guided toward, being pushed toward, because it seems like they're getting some sort of clarity about how they need to take ownership for things. Yeah, I feel like this is about noticing patterns in themselves. Let's look at the tarot cards that were specifically for this portion of the reading. It's really about what's going on in their life right now. So let's kind of see what is happening in this person's life. So we have, let me drop the cards. We have the Chariot in reverse. We have the Warden of Crystals in reverse, and we have the Page of Crystals in reverse. Yeah, this person, it looks like their life is at a standstill right now, or at least they feel like their life is at a standstill. They feel like they're not getting anywhere in life right now. This can have a lot to do with financial matters. We had 2 Crystals cards come out. Those are like the same as Pentacles cards. So it's like they feel like they're not making any progress. This could have a lot to do with this connection, and it could have to do with the fact that they're feeling the void of not being in communication, and it feels almost like no part of their life can be successful or can progress successfully as long as they're feeling that void. There's also kind of the feeling that if they're pouring themselves into their work, we have this second house energy, and this can talk about the things that we own, but it also talks a lot about our emotions. And I think that in this case, what was coming through is that they're owning more of their actions and what they've communicated and what roles they've played in things. But it can also talk about our money. It can talk about our work and the compensation for the work that we do. And because all of these crystals cards came out, I do think like this person is focused a lot on what they can produce materially. Like they're focused on having some sort of success, like in their job or making a big purchase or feeling established in some way. And it might be that they're kind of grasping at straws right now. It kind of feels like maybe in an attempt to feel more successful or to feel like they're making the progress that they want, they're kind of pouring their energy into things that don't fulfill them, because it feels like no matter how much this effort is is happening, like as much effort as they put into this, they still don't feel like they're progressing in life. Now, another way I could look at this is that maybe they're at a period of kind of like a standstill or a waiting period. Like maybe some of the work that they've done hasn't paid off, or some of the ways, like maybe they want to purchase a home, but they are in a period of saving right now. But it does feel like they're in a time of feeling kind of down and feeling discouraged, and it looks like a lot of their focus is on material things right now. Okay, so let's look at the tarot. If this person is somebody who like works a lot, like if you know them to work a lot, maybe take multiple jobs or pick up extra hours or something like that, I feel like that's a huge part of their life right now, because they just want this success. Like it's almost like they want to check some kind of box, you know? The Knight of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, the card of work. Yes. Really, at this point, I think that this person is feeling Page of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords in reverse. Wow. When it comes to this connection, this person wants to reestablish something. They want to put in the work, and I think behind the scenes they kind of are, because they are in this reflective energy. So it feels like they are, like they're thinking about where they might have gone wrong here, and they want to do the work. The problem that I see here is that the Ace of Swords came out in reverse, and it looks like we have a bit of an issue around communication. Like this person might be the type of person that just doesn't reach out often enough. I don't know if the communication just fell off or if there was some big fight, but it's like they don't communicate about it clearly enough for you to know what's going on. And there is the desire for them to work and to work steadily at this. I can't believe all of the Pentacles energy that came out. There's a feeling that they do want to put in the effort here, but it feels almost like the communication is still shut off to a certain degree. Like there's a lot that they want to communicate with you, but like they're not ready. This might be that they need a little bit more time before they reach out to you. The Ace of Swords coming out in reverse, and all of the cards when we were looking at how this person, like what's going on in this person's life, came out in reverse. So like I was saying, they feel like they're at a standstill, and I think that in terms of this connection, they feel like they're at a standstill as well. Like they feel like they're not ready. It looks like there's a lot that they want to communicate about, but almost like they're not ready to do it for some reason. It could have to do with wanting to establish themselves a little bit more, maybe make some sort of progress in their life, before they contact you. There could be a lot that they're not ready to say. Let's see how they are feeling. We have forgiving and learning. Yeah. That Mercury retrograde energy, and also that second house energy, I think there's a lot of forgiveness that's going on inside of this person. There's a lot that they need to forgive themselves for, and there's a lot that they need to learn about how they actually, I think they need to see themselves. Like truly see themselves, see how they're behaving, how some of their actions may actually have pushed this connection away. It just seems like they are, like they're learning that. We have wedding. This person, I think the reason that they're going through this period of reflection has a lot to do with the fact that they feel like they can't move forward without you. And that is a lot. That's why their life feels like it's at a standstill. It's almost like they really saw a future here. I feel like this might have been a future that they did not communicate with you, because we have a problem with the communication, and that's what they are working on, and that's where their focus is. But it seems like they might not have communicated to you like how important this future was, or like how far they saw the two of you going. And now it feels like they're having a lot of trouble recognizing any kind of success in their life, or recognizing like the areas that they might be winning, they might be progressing, because ultimately they're feeling like there's a missing piece. Even if this isn't a romantic connection, because like the wedding card, that could kind of throw you off. It doesn't have to be romantic. To me, this card is representing like this person thought that you were going to be in their life. We just had, sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. This person thought that you were going to be in their life forever. And the fact that you're not, I think is, it's making it hard for them to feel like life is moving forward in any kind of direction that they are happy with. I know that I crossed the line with you. And we also had, I regret lying to you. Yeah, I don't know if this person told you like an outright lie, or if this is sort of like, it feels to me like a case of lying by omission, because I think there was a lot that wasn't communicated. And had you been aware of how this person felt, I feel like things could have been, or things could be different, like things would be different, because they just weren't being that forthcoming about their feelings in terms of this connection. So we have some messages from your person. We have, I'm confused, I'm not sure what I want. We have, I've never felt such pure love before, and things got complicated and I got scared. So I feel like this connection could have like really intensified kind of fast, and this person might have like clammed up a little bit, might have shied away. It does feel like they want to do some work to reach out to you. The thing about this is the communication seems to be the last part of this for them. So at this point, it's a matter of if they're going to reach out. It kind of feels like your energy is more that you would rather have them reach out to you than you reach out to them. And that might be how they perceive it. So if you are willing to reach out to this person, I feel like they are in the process of making some sort of progress towards this, and that they're really like buried in their work, but also like they would be willing to put in some work toward this connection. The issue is that I just feel like you don't really want to be the one that reaches out. I feel like it's up to them. And that could be that they feel like it's up to them. So that might be the energy that I'm picking up on. They may well know, they may be aware that they should really be the ones to make the move here, to take the step, because likely you've already shown them that you're willing. You've already I feel like you've already communicated a lot better than this person has, but they're starting to realize that they're not communicating that well. So yeah, this person is like, I feel like in a lot of ways they're kind of going through it right now, because it feels like they can't win no matter what they do. They're feeling the void of this. It's definitely on their mind. But yeah, there was a lot of fear and kind of like confusion about how to move forward with this. So that's kind of like what's going on with this person right now. It's interesting that you picked the moon card, because the moon can be about like hidden feelings, secrets, things that are not being brought to the light. So I think that's a huge factor in this connection. Like just the fact that they weren't being really upfront with how they felt. I think is what's going on here. But they see a future. They saw you in their life forever, and they're trying to learn how to get this back on track. I think that they want to communicate, and I think that that's what they're working on. I would say they're not quite ready to do it yet because that Ace of Swords did come out in reverse. So yeah, I think that's the messages. Those are all the messages I see for you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and letting me read your cards. If you liked this reading, if it resonated, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, leave me a comment down below, and hit subscribe if you feel like doing it. And hopefully I will see you again in another reading. Bye!